day, they say, here's the list. This is everybody. Trust us. And my thinking is, you know, the last priest that said to me, trust me, was Robert Erpenbeck, SJ, the one who abused me.
The trust of a child lost in an instant, sentenced to a life of therapy, never to trust again. Good evening, everybody. A list of priests accused of sex abuse is of such high interest, the website with all the names crashed today.
Well, tonight we know 10 of those priests came through Cincinnati. Most of them are dead, and all of them are connected to St. Xavier High School in some way. 2 of them worked at St. X the years they are accused of sexually abusing children. The accusations against the other 8 came before or after they were at St. X. Now, some victims told the school's president that seeing a name on the list would actually help them.
Brad Underwood found one of those people. He's live outside St. X with his story. Brad?
Well, good evening, Rob. And that St. X grad tells me tonight he's proud of the way his school is responding. Now, as for the list, Gerry Ahrens says it's like someone finally told him, yes, this really did happen.
Gerry Ahrens says he was 12 in a confessional situation at a church in Milford when Father Robert Erpenbeck sexually assaulted him.
It was a big day to see it publicly acknowledged, especially for not only myself, but for the other victim that I know of, and I don't know how many victims there are, but one that I know of that was abused much worse than I was. He's an old man. He's not in good health, so I feel very good for him.
Erpenbeck, who died in 1986, is on the list of 54 Jesuits accused of sexual abuse. Ahrens feels good to see the names on paper, but he believes this is just the beginning.
I would never claim to be objective here, but the fact of the matter is this is the tip of the iceberg, because you have to begin with the fact that there are thousands and thousands of victims that were too shamed to ever come forward. They're just going to live with this till they die.
A sad truth for victims of sexual assault, staying quiet. Ahrens hopes other religious orders follow the lead of the Jesuits and release the names of accused priests.
And to me, the first systemic change would be for the Archbishop to take responsibility for every priest of every religious order who works in this archdiocese, because they can't work here without his permission. And he's responsible for them.
Now that is a similar thought of the organization SNAP, the Survivors Network of those abused by priests. They released a statement today after that list came out saying that they're grateful the Jesuits did release the list, but it's also long overdue and prompted only by pressure, prosecutors, and the public. And that's why this release in their minds is also only the first step. Reporting live tonight outside St. Xavier High School, Brad Underwood, Local 12 News. Rob?
Brad, thank you very much. St. X, for its part, got out in front of this report last week. The school's president says the most important thing for them is helping the victims.
We want to be there. They can call us and we can help them find the resources for support. I think it's really important that victims of abuse know that it's not their fault, you know, especially when it's young people. I think that's sometimes the MO that perpetrators use, and it's not their fault. It's just one of the ways an abuser convinces a kid that they shouldn't tell anybody, and we want to make sure it's really clear, no.
President Tim Reilly is asking anybody who is a victim to come forward. The number you see on your screen there, 773-975-6876, is the number to call. That's the Midwest Province of Jesuits.